Excellent. We are back once
You
again.
guys
Are my best friends. And immediately, a host coming from Granny. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it, and we're glad to see all you guys around here tonight. We're back in the midst of Mouse Guard, the Eastern Marches. So, let's go ahead and get started with just a few little tidbits.
You guys are my best friends.
Yummy, thank you. Yeah, we're back with Mouse Guard, the Eastern Marches. We are playing this fantastic game. If you don't know what it is, voila. Mouse Guard is this fantastic role-playing game based on the comics from David Peterson, in which the players play some adorably brave mice who just basically try to make the world a better place with all sorts of different means to fight against the terrors and tragedies that can befall these tiny little mice. That ranges from every predator you can imagine, as well as the sometimes torrential and tremendous changes in the weather. The Mouse Guard is always on point, ready to save all the mice that they need. This campaign is a Eastern Marches campaign, so it's sort of like a community experience. We invite anyone watching, or if anybody is a part of the community, to come play.
You guys
are my best friends. Thank you, Dan. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I love it. But yeah, we're back into this, so let's go ahead and do a little recap with our characters. Except for Gowan, our new character, our new mouse. We'll go ahead and go starting with Gibbs. Do you want to tell us about your mouse and their adventures in Tapper's Point as of right now?
Yes.
Okay.
My mouse her name is Ida. She is a kind of a shy mouse. She does her best to kind of make herself stand out, but she is learning doing it in different ways. She is a very good pathfinder. She went out exploring kind of on her own and found different ways of different paths and different ways to get places. And I'm kind of dressed as her a little bit.
In penguin sense, yes.
Yeah, in a penguin sense, I'm a penguin. I kind of put her as a penguin.
Yeah, you colored her with the similar.
Black.
Yeah.
She's black with a white belly.
White belly. Happy Halloween, by the way.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah.
I actually have candy.
You have candy?
I have kisses.
Kisses?
I have candy too, but it's downstairs.
Oh, gracious. Well, don't be afraid to snack on it, okay? Great. What's her belief to finish this off?
Her belief is, she wants to prove to not only her family but herself that she's not invisible, and she wants to make a name for herself in the Mouse Guard.
Sweet. And moving on, we'll go down to, let's go to Pepperjack. How's Pepperjack doing these days?
Pepperjack's actually doing a little bit better. Since last game, he's gone ahead and gotten an armored type of arm that everybody worked on, and he's found out some pretty disturbing news from his tender paw. Hopefully, soon to be guard mouse. And yeah, he's basically trying to deal, I guess, with the political ramifications of what is happening on that higher end, and a possible dethroning situation possibly happening, or a coup. He's not certain. He's still trying to wrap his head around it, but he's certainly at least trying to do whatever good he can wherever he's at. And Pepperjack's just a tiny mouse with a prosthetic arm and a little wine-colored cloak with a fur lining to it of red fox fur, and he's a quite little optimistic mouse, even in the face of danger.
Good gracious. What's his belief?
It is that. Very much so. His belief is he strives to be the best scout that he can be so that he can always have the edge to protect those whom he travels with. He's a pretty positive mouse, even in the face of danger.
Magnificent!
Yes.
And then we come to Ellie! Hello.
Hi.
Tell us.
So yeah, I've been got me through too. I play Ellie. She's a scientist mouse from Spruce Tuck, and yeah, she's just she's basically all the earthy tones you can think of. So like brown, gray, kind of dirt colors, but kind of more toned down. But she does have some streaks of blonde in her. But she's kind of just like a tie-dye of earth with like a little bit of sun is how I like to put it. But yeah, she's basically been on a lot of adventures, including, the whole arm thing with Pepperjack. She actually fought that same fox that took his arm. She too also has a blue coat because she's a guards mouse. And she actually took, she took some of that for her cloak as well, but her cloak is blue. She has been away from her sister Ida, who you guys may have seen in other campaigns, usually on Thursdays. And hasn't really seen her since like their very beginning, so it's been kind of rough on her. But yeah, she hasn't left Pepperjack's side since the fox incident because now she's very concerned about him. She probably will never leave his side now. But that's pretty much about Ellie. She loves doing experiments and everything. But her belief is all possibilities should be explored for the good of all. The mouse needs to think with her head and act with her heart in order to succeed.
Most wonderful. And I guess that just leaves our last mouse, Mr. Gowan, who
Hello.
Oh gosh, are you ready?
More or less. I think I'm ready enough.
You ready enough? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
let's. I don't know. Should we start with the? You know what? Yeah. Let's go ahead and start with Gowan, just with the first roll of the night. So, if you could go ahead and give me a Pathfinder check.
Oh,
Oh boy.
jumping right into it. Okay. How do I do things on Roll20?
Yeah, let me show you. I'm going to make a picture appear on your screen.
Okay.
You need to copy and paste the /R d6 greater than 4 into the chat. And then you put how many d6 you're rolling into before the D.
Okay, so I replace the 4 with something?
No. You replace you just put a number in front of the little d.
What? Well, it says D. Sorry.
Let me try to explain a little more. So, do you see it says d6? And then it says greater than 4. That means it is telling Roll20 to roll this many d6s, and it's going to tell us if you got any successes or not. That's greater than 4.
Okay.
So you just need to put a number in front of that. If you did not put a number in front of that, but that's a good roll.
I didn't.
No, you just put 4.
Oh.
You just put you got this. You could do it.
Sorry.
No, this guy's a veteran. I swear. No, you just put the 4 in front of the D6.
Okay, so it should read /R d6/4 with a.
It should read /R
4d6.
greater than 4.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Hey!
Okay, well, I was gonna.
Oh, the 6.
Awesome.
We got it, guys. Okay.
I've never used Roll20 before. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're here to teach.
Yeah, like not just this is a learning experience for everybody. That's the point of the game. So
Actually, we're still learning things.
Go ahead and drop in Discord link in case anybody does want to join this fantastic community. Also going to drop just the end donations because you know how that goes. Or was it donations? Oh gosh. Just in case. I forget the command! It's okay. We don't need it. We got plenty.
Hold on.
So, we're going to begin
I got you.
with, by the way, how's my audio coming through with Ben when he's not muted? Is it pretty loud to you guys? It's not? Oh, well that's
He's fine.
That's wonderful. Okay, so we're going to begin with a sort of overview of Tapper's Point. Let's see. Gawain, you have been traveling from Lockhaven after getting a mission from Gwendolyn. She's sending you to Tapper's Point, and Tapper's Point, as you discover, is this little outpost that has sort of flourished into a town. Albeit the town is still figuring out its identity and how it's going to govern itself, but the town has basically had the support of the Mouse Guard since day one, when it was sort of taken over by a guard captain Arabelle and a certain patrol leader as well. And oh yeah, do you want to go ahead and mute?
Yes.
Okay. You approach what used to be the scent border. The scent border has been extended, which means you are still in the territories, but it's still a haunting experience walking past what used to be the thing that kept you safe. You enter a pine tree forest, essentially, an incredibly claustrophobic experience, but thankfully the path has been cut out through the bed of pine needles that litter the ground, and sort of allowing you to move forward without too much stress over this journey. With you, as was a part of your mission, is the Nutmeg clan. All one of them. This is Glenn Nutmeg, otherwise known as Meg to many of the mice in Lockhaven. And he has been accompanying you this journey, and a pretty disgruntled mouse, to say the least. Larger than most, carrying quite a hefty weight alongside his wood carving supplies. He walks behind you with a steady pace. He doesn't seem rushed or at all worried, in fact. I don't know, do either of you make any light conversation or questions as you begin to approach Tapper's Point?
Not especially, unless he starts talking to me.
No.
Okay.
But upon entering or getting closer to Tapper's Point, there is a loud shout as you near this large pine tree that has been clearly turned into a mouse home. You see two mice armored, carrying halberds at the entrance, and immediately the one on the right shouts out, "Well, hey there! Welcome to Tapper's Point! How are you? You two doing all right?"
Hi! Okay, so, this is a weird thing for him because he wasn't expecting the sudden screaming. So he actually sort of like took a step back and like his hand is immediately on the hilt of his sword, but he's like, oh my god, okay. You're not a threat. Hi! And like shakes his hand.
Oh yeah, he sort of like switches his halberd to the other side and sort of like tucks it in the crook of his elbow. He goes, "Well, hey there, it's great to meet you. My name's Blaze. I'm with the Mouse Guard, if you couldn't tell." And you see he's wearing a yellow cape. The mouse beside him her helmet just sort of like slowly towards you guys as he goes, "What are you doing here? You look like you're a mouse guard too."
I am. My name is Gowan. I am a patrol guard. I'm here to join the movement of Tapper's Point's development.
That's excellent. Who's this big fella? And Glenn sort of says, "I'm Meg.
This is Clan Nutmeg.
I'm living here.
He's a carpenter.
I carve wood."
Yeah, that he does.
Yeah, he's Meg sort of has his jaw sort of clicking. His bulk is just like hovering over you two, as he just sort of looks at this very ecstatic red fur and says, Are we allowed to enter? Do you need to check us or anything like that?" And the Blaze goes, "Oh heck no, you can go right in. I really appreciate you taking the time to stop by, and being a guard here at Tapper's Point it's heavy work."
You know that reaction that the other guard has, where her helmet just sort of like rotates. Like that's Gowan's reaction now to Meg doing his thing.
I see. Meg rolls his eyes and says, if you need to find me, I'll put a sign outside my shop."
Gowan just kind of like nudges him. He's like, "Lighten up. We're on a job. Come on."
Oh. Grumples, and he walks in up the cobblestone stairs into the courtyard of town, which lies within this pine tree. And Blaze sort of just says, "Well, I hope you find your place here in Tapper's Point, the most wonderful place I've ever been to. This is the best mission ever. All I do is just stand here and be nice to people."
You're very nice. Thank you.
Well, you're awful sweet as well. I really appreciate it.
Aw.
Well, listen, Guard Captain Arabelle is right up on the 3rd floor if you need to speak with her. Patrol Leader Quincy used to be sort of the go-to guy, but he's indisposed for all Mouse Guard activity now.
Is he? Okay. It's a little weird. I guess I'll go talk to Arabelle. What's her name?
Guard Captain Arabelle. Yeah, she's something else.
All right, great.
It's really something else. Like you walk into her office and it feels like it's winter or something.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go do that. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. You enjoy your time in Tapper's Point.
Gowan shakes his hand again, and then like as he passes the other guard, he like does this like really stiff salute, and keeps going.
Seabree just gives you a shake of the head, like her chain mail like rattling as she just sort of turns back, facing the road.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the entirety of Tapper's Point hears this happen. Hi there! They hear that. And there is 3 particular guards mice of Tapper's Point that have been summoned to Guard Captain Arabelle's office. Do the 3 of you, Idra, Pepperjack, and Ellie, have anything to say to each other as you begin to cluster around Arabelle's office?
I have a question.
Yeah.
The last time Ida went to Rockhaven to go talk to Gwendolyn, so she's back now with missing information.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah. I think that's acceptable, yeah. But yeah, let's do this. Do you guys go in? Well, who goes in first is the real question.
I just look at both of them and I go, "Oh, hi. And just awkwardly stand there for a second. I go,
Yep.
okay then. And I just knock on the door.
I'm still recovering from the Blaze voice, so I can't with that freaking voice. I swear to God.
Does Blaze's voice like echo through like the entire?
And it makes it just as much more funny.
Yes, it
It's-
does.
It's like the town bell.
I can't.
Everyone
I
You
can't.
know-
This is
you
so
know what time
random.
You know what time it is when you
I
hear
can-
it.
Oh, hey there.
I
How
cannot.
y'all doing?
You
Let me
are
bring
doing
out my
female
southern-
Blaze.
This is
Let me just bring out my southern girl now.
Oh God. Are we all gonna be Texans now?
I mean, Mouseguard is a place of.
I could totally try, but I wouldn't be very good.
I can do a southern belle.
Oh my goodness! I'll have to talk to you later, Gibbs.
Oh,
We'll
jeez.
we'll have to make this happen. But
Oh, God.
you enter Arabelle's office. Walking in, you notice that Arabelle has been pacing. Sort of back and forth behind her office desk. And then she looks up to see all of you, sort of adjusting her white cloak as she gestures to the chairs and says, "Please, have a seat."
All right then. Okay. How you doing, Captain?
Well, I have a mission for you.
You got
Oh,
that
surprise,
face on it.
surprise.
Yeah. And she sort of lets out this deep sigh and says, It's something the town folks are very adamant about. They've already held a town meeting. They have not set what sort of government they're going to have, but elections are going to happen very soon. As such, they'd like to get started on some ordinances that they think would be beneficial. One of these is concerning the weasel. And Gowan, if you would like to knock on the door, or what do you do?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And you see her expression sort of... She's very curious. Come in, please.
Gowan just kind of like opens the door and like pokes his head in. Just his head. Hi, is this? Are you Guard Captain Arabelle?
Yes.
Oh, good. He just walks into the room and closes the door, and then comes up to where the I guess the other like patrol people are, and he's like, I am Patrol Guard Gowan at your service. I just got sent here from Lockhaven.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Howdy do. He like
Hi.
waves.
You don't
Hi,
even know
everyone.
him because she's from Lockhaven.
He's very enthusiastic about waving at them.
Ellie would wave back.
So the more enthusiastic he is, the more enthusiastic Pepperjack gets. Like, oh, hi.
And Ellie like slowly just like puts a hand on Pepperjack's like hand, just like
Oh,
Yeah, looks
like
very
slowly is
pleased.
like putting it down. Look at Forrest.
This is Arabelle's face.
Would Ida know him because she's from Lockhaven?
What wise do you have?
Predator.
Predator? No.
No, I wouldn't know him. Okay. Hi.
Yeah, I don't think so.
he's not that kind of mouse.
He's not that kind of mouse.
Oh God, that was so.
Gowan's actually from Copperwood, but he was just in Lockhaven because that's like the mouse guard.
Yeah, if you imagine patrol guards, you actually would know this. Patrol guards are usually they do solo missions a lot sometimes. They're sort of specialized in a certain like role. Like they're either really good pathfinders or they're like really good at harvesting or delivering mail, something like that. Or if the Gwendolyn has something that she doesn't need, like she doesn't need 5 mice to go fetch dandelions for her.
But it's so much fun.
Oh, and yeah, like our
For
Captain
her
Arabelle
tea.
noticeably takes a long moment to sort of look between Gowan and then Pepperjack, and then Gowan again, and then just sort of like sweeping the room, like, is this really happening? And then she just sort of slowly gestures to the fourth chair in the room.
Awesome. Gowan, being apparently completely oblivious to her thing that she's doing, like just takes a seat and looks pleased with himself because he just said hi to new friends.
She tugs at her whiskers and says, as I was saying, the weasel. The town's mice, especially those with families, are adamant that Drugda move. They have a intent on passing a no predator ordinance, starting
What is it?
immediately.
And that means what exactly?
That means that she cannot continue living in that hut. At least, if we are to keep our reputation here intact.
Oh, she's not gonna be liking that.
Well, she won't like it when the town's mice take matters into their own hands with...
Well, we just formed a pact with her.
We
Yeah,
have.
she's actually looking.
She's not that bad. At least not when you get to know her. She can actually help us.
I understand that some of Patrolli de Quincy's ideas have taken root in some of your outlooks. But
It wasn't Quincy's idea. We've met her and we talked to her.
regardless, this is something the town's mice request. If we do not follow through, I worry that they will raid the armory once they get enough stupid mice to do so and take matters into their own hands. I'd rather guards mice who are reliable and full of tact to handle this.
We can try to talk to her, I guess, but yeah, it's probably losing a giant ally.
Yeah.
I like these guys, Gowan says.
I mean, think about
A
it. I mean,
literal
she could
giant
help us. She could help us. You know.
She has helped us. She helped cover our tracks so that we
Yeah.
couldn't track us all the way back to Tapper's Point.
She saved Pepperjack from being, dismembered even more than he already was. You gotta have to outweigh the pros and cons here. I mean, with all due respect, I don't know if you realize, but I feel like she's being judged before you even meet her. Like reputation or not.
Regardless, as I understand it, she has more homes than this one. No doubt she can take time to focus on those while Tapper's Point works to govern itself. So we don't make any rash decisions in this very tumultuous and sensitive time.
So you're just gonna throw her out of her house just because she's a weasel?
No, you will.
The hell I will.
If not by
I'm not
force,
the one who's gonna tell her that.
if not by force, then by convincing her. If you can.
Gowan raises his hand.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. He just sort of like, so what happens if this weasel lady says no, she doesn't want to move?
You guys
are my best friends. That's what she says. Drunkly romantic with that host. Drunkly, you're truly fantastic. Truly fantastic. Guard Captain Arabelle says if she doesn't leave, then we have to live with this Miss Idra. I haven't heard your opinion on this. Please share it.
Well, from what I've heard of the Weasel, she doesn't sound like she is evil. She doesn't sound like she's wanting to hurt us. Why don't we just try and convince the town people that she's good?
I like that. Maybe they need to hear it from us.
Interesting. Be that as it may, she suddenly seems very conflicted. And she finally says, at the very least, she needs to be told to keep her distance. I'll talk with Quincy. If he truly means to run for office, maybe he can step in and do this. That's if he wins. You'll have to convince them on your own time. But for now, just send a message. If the guards mice of Tapper's Point seem willing to trust a weasel, then town's mice will have to learn whether or not to trust the mouse guard.
I mean, I think that the cloaks have to mean something. I mean, if we trust a weasel, then there shouldn't be any reason that the townspeople shouldn't.
Nothing in the guard's oath says anything about weasels.
Nothing in the guard's oath says anything about any predator, and whether they're good or bad.
You have your mission. Dismissed.
Hey, Sarah, you said that in the Guard's Mouse there's nothing about weasels, but it does say something about honor and being honorable. To be honorable, you also have to respect certain people. That's kind of being honorable.
I did not call
And
you in here.
Then Eater walks out.
Oh, okay.
Ellie's still in there. She hasn't left.
Gowan opens his mouth, but then he closes it again, realizes that he doesn't feel like contributing right now.
Ellie's tired, just so you know, so this is why she's being super feisty.
But yeah, she sort of turns her back on you guys, and
I'll be the last one to leave and just kind of give like her a last look, like I'm really disappointed in her, and I leave.
Who, in Arabelle?
Yeah.
I guess that leaves Ellie and Gowan. She does sort of turn and look to Ellie.
Ellie goes. She opens her mouth that she wants to say something, but then she closes it. Does Arabelle make eye contact with her?
Yes. But it's only for a moment, and
Yeah, and when they do make that eye contact, Ellie just kind of narrows her eyes and then shakes her head and then walks out.
Gowan just sort of gets up and adjusts himself and begins to go away as well.
she sort of raises a paw before you get to the door and says, Gowan, ensure that they do not get their heads bitten off.
It doesn't sound like that would be a problem, but sure. I'll keep an eye on them.
She sits down at her desk.
He nods and steps through the threshold and closes the door.
Write down mission goals.
Oh god, I don't know.
While you do that, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
I think I might get a drink after this.
I love her.
It's so good.
Oh man, I feel like I just got dropped into like a conflict.
We don't really like Arabelle, in case you haven't noticed, so...
Well, Ira doesn't know her. She's just speaking her mind at this point.
Well, Pepperjack has been all right with her up until this point. You know, this is just a really questionable decision that she's making to a prominent ally that we fought really hard to keep.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go drink. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, guys. You guys in the chat, please give me all of your thoughts on that scene. Arabelle's. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think Arabelle's wrong? Do you think the Guard's Oath has different priorities? What would your character do? That's actually a good point. I know there was a lot of players in there. What would your character say? To Arabelle if she gave you this mission without be mindful. This is your opportunity to use however many swear words you want. Oh man. Do you guys have your goals?
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out how to word mine. I can't word it right.
What is the idea behind it? What is it you want to
Basically, find a way to basically find a way for both like parties to the weasel and the townspeople to like kind of both be happy. Find a compromise. Find a compromise. There we go. That's the word.
Compromise. Find a compromise between the two parties, basically. How about you, Pepperjack? Oh, what? Oh no, I think Gibbs, you were gonna say something or no?
How do you spell compromise?
Compromise. I'll type it in the Zoom chat.
Thank you.
Vincent, what is your goal for this session?
Pepperjack's goal is defend the alliance between the Weasel and Tapper's Point.
Defend. Okay. Ellie, what about yours?
Mine is, hold on, to make sure that the Weasel is well aware of the situation and to try to keep her as an ally and to protect Pepperjack at all costs.
It's always a priority. Gawain.
At for her.
So he just kind of walked into this mess. So he doesn't really have a point of reference. So right now his goal is going to be to learn more about the Weasel Drugda to assess whether she's actually a threat or a benefit.
That's a good goal.
Yeah, because while he finds it entirely viable that, like, yeah, these guys can totally have made friends with her, that doesn't automatically mean that, yeah, she's A-okay, and that Arabelle isn't, like, wrong to be suspicious.
Alrighty. So, shall we go ahead and start the mission? What's going to happen is we're going to have to get into a Pathfinder roll to get to Drugda's place. It's off the beaten path, and it's sort of camouflaged, so it's going to be difficult to sort of get your way there and not stumble into one of her traps. How about we roll a Pathfinder check?
Who's got the highest? I have 3.
That would be Ira.
I probably have the highest, but I'm not going to be rolling this one, so...
It's only going to be like obstacle 2, I think.
What is yours?
5.
Mine's 5.
Okay, you go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's obstacle 2. Let me double check.
Yeah, the book.
Can I use Scout to help her?
Obstacle 3, actually. Yeah, you can help with Scout, sort of keeping an eye out, seeing if there's any big lumps in the pine needles.
Does Pathfinder help, or no?
Only one person can help with the same skill.
Okay, is someone already helping with that?
No. If that's the case, Pepperjack, how are you going to help?
I I guess he could use his hunter to keep an eye out for certain traps.
Also, look for signs of weasel activity. I like it.
Yes, maybe some of her footprints.
All right. Obstacle 3. Gibbs, you have 3 helping dice. Do you want to use any traits for this? For or against yourself?
I can traits. Where are you? Okay, I found them. I'll use a trait.
Ooh, which one?
Sharp eye.
Sharp-eyed. Ah, that's a good one. So go ahead and roll 7 dice.
7.
Yeah. Did you want to get a check for the player's turn, by the way? Yeah, because you can use traits against yourself to earn a check for the player's turn. Because usually in the player's turn, you get 1 check, but if you use traits against yourself, you do get extra checks.
Yeah. I'll use it against myself.
Which trait, by the way, are you going to use against yourself? So you're sharp-eyed. Oh no, you're using that to help yourself, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which one are you using against yourself?
Hang on.
If any of them apply, because sometimes some traits. Yeah.
I use fearless against myself.
Yeah. You're not scared of no weasel. You're gonna march right in there.
So how many do I roll?
6, because you're canceling out that one that you helped yourself with.
Just don't march right into the traps.
All right.
I can. That's 6, right?
Yes, 6 dice. And we're gonna need 3 successes.
Actually, she has a 5 Pathfinder, so with 5,
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
3
That's
helping
8.
dice, that's 8.
8. Yeah, you're
Yep.
rolling a total of 8. My bad.
You got this.
3
3
successes.
successes.
Oh,
All right.
you almost didn't got this.
She
I
can
know.
explode 6 too if she needs to, but she doesn't.
She can.
All right. So, how do you guys sort of help Idra on the way? Because this is your first time meeting Drugda, I think. You've never met this weasel before, right? No.
I've actually never met a weasel.
Do you tell them this?
So I've never met a weasel. Is she mean? Is she gonna hurt any of us? Like, what?
Well, she shouldn't hurt us. We have an alliance with her, and I'm pretty sure she remembers me.
I'm sure she remembers me too. She better remember me.
So, yeah.
Gowan doesn't say anything, but he's clearly paying attention to everything they have to say.
So, don't worry. She may be a little rough around the edges, but she's okay deep down. And she's actually covered our tracks.
Yeah.
Literally covered our tracks.
Gowan raises his
Yeah.
hand, like, I can buy it. I've met weasels before. They're okay.
We don't have weasels around Lockhaven.
No, they don't.
I've only
No.
seen footprints and some fur on my way to Traverse Point. I've never seen
Well, I mean, kind of looks like that. Like, that's a footprint right there.
Yep, it's true. And you find several more footprints, Pepperjack. And also, I just wanted to go ahead and address Meepig. If you actually wanted to join our community game, you totally can. It's sort of an open campaign. Anybody can jump in and join and play. Even if you've never played Mouse Guard or a role-playing game, this is the point of this sort of like sometimes it's the point of the channel, honestly, just to sort of get people to experience this fantastic role-playing game. It's my favorite role-playing game of all time. So, that said, you can join the Discord that I popped in down there. Oh yeah, free time. We do it Tuesdays and Thursdays around 7 to 8, so that's just to sort of alert you guys. Sadly, yeah, we might be able to maybe work in an extra day if we get enough people, but it really depends. But I hope if you're interested, you could join, or hey, you could always keep watching. Speaking of that, you push forward, and you find several footprints belonging to the Weasel Drugda. And Gibbs, Idra is able to sort of like follow like sort of a rough path that has been sort of hidden from sight for most other mice, but it sort of sticks out to you. And Gowan, you sort of are able to sort of piece together, like, well, yeah, these tracks would lead here, but she's trying to sort of throw you off as she goes this way. And you guys see up ahead is sort of like a big lump. And as you sort of begin to circle around it, the pine needles appear to be covering some sort of like hut that's been built into the ground. You also notice that it has a lot of like it has sort of like lots of like sticks that are sort of like stuck into the ground and sharpened on one end, just sort of surrounding it. There's no like easy way in, except for one particular path where it looks as though lots of pine needles have been swept away, and several of the sticks are actually uprooted. You also see that the drying rack that Drugda usually uses to dry her meat and some leather that she harvests from other creatures that she hunts, as well as more sort of racks and furniture that she has outside, has sort of been turned over. And you see on the top left of the hut, the pine needles have sort of been pushed off, and actually that side of the hut has sort of almost collapsed. And that's the scene that you enter.
So wait, like a part of the building is missing?
Yeah, if you get a closer look from where you are, it also almost looks like it sort of like probably got cracked or got, I don't know, something heavy probably ran into it.
Okay, Gowan turns to the other two. He's like, is that normal? That whole thing going on there?
You mean this is her house?
Not since last I remember.
Yeah, it still looks strange. I don't like it.
Does it clearly look like, does it look like, where is the rubble or like the debris from it? Like, does it look like something punched its way in, or like does it look like something punched its way out? Like, where did the...
It actually looks like something punched its way out. Not like punched, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, the debris is clearly, it exploded from the inside. I wouldn't say explode, but, you know.
Huh.
Is there any sign of Drugda around? Like, can we see any tracks or any kind of like movement inside or anything like that, or hear anything?
You don't hear anything except for birds sort of going to and fro above you. You do see that there clearly has been activity. You unfortunately see no clear sign of Drugda here, other than the fact that she does live here, and that something clearly exciting happened. You probably have to do a roll in order to find Drugda or whatever else you might have in mind.
Yeah,
What kind of roll?
To like scout, I guess. To
Yeah, what kind of roll? Would it be like a scout?
Yeah, it would be a scout check.
Who's got the highest scout?
Real quick though, so is the hut like in like a little bit of a clearing, or is it like built into a tree, or?
It's in a clearing.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright, so
what
it's
clearing there is in this pine forest.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, go ahead and let me know when you're ready for that
Alright.
Who has the
delicious
highest scout?
I have a scout of 4.
I have a 5.
Okay.
Okay. Can I help with scout?
Yes.
Question: I have quite a few advancements on my scout. Have 3 passes and 2 fails. Is that enough to take it up or no?
You had 5.
Yeah, I had a scout at 5.
You need 1 more pass and 1 more fail.
Gotcha.
Because you have 3 passes and 2 fails, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you just need to succeed once and then fail once, and then it's Scout 6. Damn.
Nice. Okay.
Pepperjack, knowing your strengths. Well done.
Could I help with Hunter?
Yes, absolutely.
I would like to help with Hunter.
Could I help with survivalist?
Survivalist.
Because you kind of know how a certain building is built, and knowing how strong a certain building material is, and how much force it would have to take for it to be knocked down.
Yeah, you would get the idea that this actually, you know what? Give me a survivalist check, Gibbs, if you will.
Okay.
Let's do Gibbs's roll first, because this is actually interesting. So you're using survivalist to sort of like ascertain what happened here, but also sort of how could this structure
I
have
a new
been
friend.
broken like this. Big nugs, Alex D. Thank you for following. And so go ahead and just give me a survivalist check.
1 success.
1 success. I actually probably needed 3. Oh, actually, I just needed 2. Ooh. But hey, that means you get a fail for this. Have you gotten a fail yet?
Not for survivalist.
Oh my gosh, that means you're going to be able to level this up if you succeed a few more times. Nicely. So that's how skills work. They have to succeed a number of times as well as fail, because you don't learn anything from succeeding every time. So here's what's going to happen. You're going in. You're sort of getting closer and going in, right? Okay. As you do this, it sort of is clear as you sort of weave your way through these sort of defenses that have been set up. What probably has happened is it looks as though the biggest sort of scare is inside. The entirety of the interior of this hut has been utterly, it's a wreck. It also stinks. Lots of poultices and other sort of things that were probably being kept are smashed. The small space that Drugda lives in is cluttered. The dirt itself is sort of like thrown around, and you notice that what probably might have happened is that something came in, and that's how most of this happened. There obviously was a big struggle inside this hut, to which Drugda opted to leave by jumping out of the roof, which sort of has caused it to sort of, get smashed. With which the struggle resumed outside, and you actually do see lots of flecks of fur as well. But you begin to notice, Pepperjack, there's definitely a trail. It's a very peculiar trail, a stumbly trail, with blood sort of streaked across a few leaves.
Alright.
So you're going to have to roll Scout to check in on this. This is going to be a versus test, by the way.
Alright. I'll use my alert.
Alright.
4.
Are we still inside the
Because if
hut?
she's hurt, I'm
you
gonna
can
try to find her.
Yeah, if you want to say your character went inside the hut, yeah.
Can I help with anything?
I'm not sure.
I don't know if I have anything to help with.
Do you have any equipment? Can you help with equipment?
Depends on the equipment.
I don't think I do. Let me check. Where's my... I don't have... All I have is spear and the beaker of potent scent border, so no.
Afraid not. Gibbs, do you have scout or anything that can help?
Oh, I have scout.
I said I was gonna help with survivalist, but I guess
I
Yeah,
have scout.
I wouldn't have it for survivalist because that's sort of for building shelters and whatnot. And also finding water.
I can help. Can I help with?
Do you have Hunter?
I don't have hunter.
Pathfinder could help.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I help with pathfinder?
Absolutely.
Can I help with scout?
Yes. That just leaves. Yeah. How are you?
Could help with Hunter.
Yes. I'm sensing a pattern.
Yes.
Alrighty. Pepperjack, do you want to use any traits for or against yourself?
Yes, I want to use a trait. Actually against myself.
Since I'm helping so much with Hunter, I'm just gonna say that Yaoin's like clearly after prey right now.
Oh, that's tasty.
So yeah, Pepperjack's gonna use his like one arm against himself. It's just really hard to track her and
Yeah,
move the way I used to.
The strap is like sort of, it keeps coming loose.
Yeah.
Alright.
So use that against.
Alright, that's a player's check turn though. So go ahead and give me a roll whenever you're ready, because I am rolling.
Alright, here we go.
Against you. Alright. Ah, look at that.
Nice.
Look at that. Okay. So, here's what's going to happen. You're going to find Druga. She, apparently has sort of moved far from the hut that clearly it looks like it was attacked. You keep following the streaks of, what are obviously like claw marks in the dirt, sort of seeing the pushed aside pine needles that were sort of dragged along with her. And,
Since I have predator wise, would I be able to tell what kind of tracks these are?
yeah, I'd say you and Idra, like immediately you're like, yeah, this is a weasel track that we're following right now.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of the thing that attacked.
Yeah, that's something I didn't bring up. Gibbs, you're pretty certain that the other paw prints and sort of signs at the hut were actually not predator. They were mice.
Oh, the ones that's got pitchforks.
Yeah, I'm like, oh god, it's
We literally just talked about this too. Like,
like it's Salem's
There it is.
They're
hunting Frankenstein all over again.
I'm gonna say that. Idra tells them this like before they do all the scout stuff.
Anything else you guys want to say before I continue?
Galen, he looks at the group and
my best
he's trying to just process all of this information at the same time. And he's like, okay, so Captain Arabelle said that the locals didn't like her, and she said that they just had a meeting, a town hall on the subject. Do you guys know what the townsfolk actually think, or like did she just say that because that was her intel, or like is there any chance that we might be running into people that you guys already know? Trying to
I mean, I really don't know at this point. On the ground level, I've never really heard like any major distaste of that magnitude or anything. sure, there were some grumbles at first, but after a while, I mean, everybody was just kind of
I have a new friend.
okay with it, I guess. The same way they were okay with us befriending a couple of crows. And
Gowan's ears perk up, and he's like, "You
I
befriended
have a new
crows?
friend.
yeah,
Awesome."
and they're pretty amazing. And without their help, we probably wouldn't have been able to expand Tapper's Point as much as possible. So some of these predators aren't what they seem at first. And some are, like that red fox. That one you do need to look out for. And all the mice that follow her.
The fox is fine. I'm sorry. We'll get back to that, but we have a thing to do right now. We have to find your
I
friend.
agree. I think she's wounded.
I'll ask about that later.
Yeah.
I have a new friend.
I got so many new friends. Nurgobert and
Yay!
Yay.
Will
Hi,
invaded
encounter role
us.
players.
Encounter roleplay.
Oh my god.
Hi, me zero.
Yay!
Guys, we just got raided by.
Hi guys.
Hey, everybody.
I'm pretty certain we got raided
By
by.
a huge
by
man.
encounter
The D&D
roleplay.
sex icon himself. The D&D sex icon himself.
I mean, sure.
It's like every girl's dream to be rated by the D, you know.
I mean,
Ugh.
I even dressed up for Anyways, yeah, guys, seriously,
You
thank
just
you for showing up.
I'm the one that looks adorable right now. Just saying.
I mean, this is you go to any Halloween stream. My goodness. Anyways, we're gonna continue
I love
on
it.
with our session.
Halloween costume.
But thank you guys so much for dropping in. I hope you stick around for what's gonna happen next. So
You still need a penguin bow.
Yes. You got a penguin bow?
Do I have a pink bow or a pumpkin bow?
Penguin.
No, I don't have the penguin bow yet.
Or I found one for you.
No, I already ordered one. I already ordered one. I'm gonna get one. It's on its way. But anyways, you guys, following Pepperjack, pursue the Weasel Drugda through the pine forest, following the trail of disturbed and thrown about pine needles. Clearly, she's been dragging herself away from wherever she's gone. You come to what looks like a big cluster of different mounds, and sort of the trees here are a lot older, a lot deader, and you come to what looks like a deep, hollow hole that has been dug into these roots of this tree, this massive pine tree, and the trail clearly leads inside. But Pepperjack, you also notice that the trail also was trying to throw you off. You see that it also goes towards one of the... Oh no, I'm unstable. Oh no! Hello!
Or I think we're losing you.
No!
Yeah, it's weird. 'Cause, like,
Yeah, because you're fine, but
Guys.
he is like completely like you're like right next to him. It's so weird.
it's like we're literally next
Yeah,
to each
you
other.
froze and we cannot hear you.
Whoa, what happened? Oh man, that's so sad. Will broke my stream. Will broke my stream.
It was a possum.
He's back.
I'm back. Hi! Oh no, now we've got Ionic everywhere. Oh, no.
Will broke the stream.
Okay, guys, give me a moment as I get this set. Oh man, Will, why you do this to me? I have nothing but kindness towards you, and this is what you do
This
to me.
is how he repays you.
Yeah. I really appreciate it, though. Guys, stick with me as I get everything set. Oh, man. I'm sorry.
Oh crap, we're like not even live anymore.
Yeah. I think we're back.
Oh, so
I
we're
just-
live now?
We're live.
We're live. I just have to get the cam set back up.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what other things I can say to sort of bide the time. Yeah, if anybody here is actually interested in Mouse Guard or any of the stuff that comes with that fantastic comic book,
Cow guard.
yeah, we'd be more than happy to. Where are you, Gibbs? To Gibbs, where's your penguin? Where is it? There you are. There you are.
Right here.
Okay, yeah, good thing because I just found your cam.
That is one big penguin.
That's a
Wow.
big penguin.
It's literally it's sitting down. It's as tall as me.
Oh gracious. Let me make sure I get it in the frame. There we
It's
go.
amazing.
That's perfect. Good job. Oh, it's beautiful. Good job, Gibbs.
I now have a penguin onesie, a stuffed giant fluffy penguin, and then a smaller stuffed penguin.
She really likes penguins, guys.
I
You
am.
might as well just become a penguin.
I want to. I
yourself.
want to be a fairy penguin or a blue
Fairy
penguin.
penguin.
There's
Oh my goodness.
no. There's it's a thing. It's a thing.
Hey Ford, people are saying that you're still not live.
Yeah, reload if you're still not seeing us.
Okay, it should be back up now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm waiting for it to finish.
Yeah.
Working on it.
Yeah, now it looks like it worked. Oh, Vader!
Heads up.
Mm,
Yay.
nicely. Pepperjack.
And the Xbox. There we are. Okay, we're back. For
Yeah, we're back, guys. I'm sorry about that. But yeah,
It's
we're gonna
okay.
get back into it. So
I'm just pulling up.
here's what we got. You are able to track down Drukta, the weasel who has clearly been attacked. You see that there's a few paths that you can take. One of them goes into this root system. Another goes into one of the hollowed logs nearby that has sort of fallen. But yeah.
Is there a way to determine which is the right path?
I'd say you could probably go check either, however you want to do this. But I'd say Pepperjack, the one with the root seems to be the right one. It seems to be sort of like where a lot it seems to have the most fresh blood, I'd say, and it clearly smells of weasel.
Yeah. I'll go. Yep, this way.
Oh, that smells horrible. Ew.
That's Ode Drugda.
I would like to. I mean, this isn't really a roll, but I just sort of take out my bow and like knock an arrow to it, just to be ready.
All right. And after a moment, another moment, there's movement from inside.
Ellie readies her spear at this point.
Pepperjack kind of like will put up his hand, go forward a little bit, and just kind of tell him to hang back a moment. And just
Yeah.
kind
Take aim
of
anyway.
very lowly go, Drugda, is it you? It's Pepperjack.
Ha! Ha! And this weasel bursts out of the hole. A spear rushed forward ahead of her, and she begins to bounce and flail and bite and stab.
Ellie's gonna
at-
jump
Whoa,
in front
whoa!
of Pepperjack.
at
Whoa!
all of you.
Ellie's gonna jump in front of Pepperjack and she's gonna go, Druta, wait, it's us, it's Ellie and Pepperjack.
Okay.
Calm down, it's okay, you're safe.
As you do this, I need each of you to make either a nature check or a hunter check or a fighter check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fighter.
I'll do my nature since that's the highest.
Of course, I'm doing fighter.
Okay. She rolled 3 successes, so your obstacle for each of you is 3. As
Hold on, my
she
computer's being a butt
clearly is
again.
in a panicked blind rage.
Come on. My computer is not liking me.
I'm gonna use my tough to help myself.
I think, well, I have a 5, but I think I'm gonna use, since I need 3 successes, that I'm going to use a trait, and I'm going to use Fearless. Actually, no.
I'm also gonna use a
Use-
persona point.
Use 5.
Okay.
So that'll give me 6 dice, so that should be fine. Oops. Let's try that again. I know.
Yeah, do you know where the characters are? If you scroll all the way down, you'll find handouts where it says copy and paste.
Also, am I able to use my axe to help defend myself and just kind of put it up?
I'll allow it to be helping dice, yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
Ah, nicely. That's a pass for you, Ellie.
Yeah, I'm trying to freaking check it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay, well, does that count though? Cause Ellie's in front of Pepperjack.
What did you use?
I used fiery, and I jumped in front of him.
What skill?
And I was trying. What do you mean? What skill? Nature.
Yeah. Nature. You're using your nature to escape. You cannot.
Oh.
Maybe if
Wait,
it was
what?
fighter.
Oh. I didn't say that. That's no fair.
Gowan, it's time for you.
There's so many. This math.
Wait, couldn't he re-roll those ones?
Yep. I don't have a wise for her.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's wise. Okay.
Which one? Which one to roll all of them? Is it persona? So just
For
do,
you're muted, apparently.
That's right, I did mute myself. Thankfully, oh!
Gowan, back. Okay.
So I just re-roll all of them.
Yeah, just re-roll 3 dice. 2 successes. Did you want to?
What's with you people?
Oh my goodness. Sad, but sad.
At least
I only have
save y'all.
3. I only have 3. I can only use 3. I don't have anything else.
Yeah.
To help.
You need the passes and the fails.
Ellie's gonna have to save y'all.
So, here's what you guys see coming out of the hole. It is Drugda, this enormous weasel, who is wearing this turtle shell over her long torso. She has in her sort of ears several feathers and sort of ornaments sort of clattering. You see, however, she is terribly injured. There is what looks like several deep cuts, as well as a good portion of her ear missing, as well as a long, jagged, bleeding, just a horrible, deep wound on her muzzle as well. You notice as she starts to bounce and sort of dart between all 4 of you, jabbing the spear back and forth, you also see there's a piece of wood sticking out of her side. And Pepperjack, as she gets sort of like bowls you over, and sort of like crawls over top of you to attack Ellie as she starts to bolt. She's missing her tail as well.
Ugh.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
That's lovely.
she unfortunately.
Like, Jerk, we're here to help you. Bah!
Yeah, unfortunately, she sort of bowls forward as she chases you, Ellie. Gibbs, you unfortunately got a good poke of her spear, and sort of like you were tossed aside after that. Pepperjack, she sort of like pushed you down and clawed at you while you were down. But she sort of chases you, Ellie. You're able to sort of like scurry around a root and sort of like go up and over her. And Gowan, how do you go? I mean, you got 5 successes. Go ahead and explain this to me.
I mean, the most obvious thing that comes to mind is that as she's flailing her spear around, one, like, you don't flail a spear. So clearly she's in a panic, and he sees that right away. So as she like turns to him to like take a big swing, he just sort of like slides, sort of he ducks so that if his thing that he wants to do doesn't work, he won't get hit anyway because he'll just like fly right over him. But he pulls out his sword and like, you know, hits the spear as it's coming sort of across, and like hits it with the edge and like breaks it, so she doesn't have a pointy end anymore. I mean, I guess she has like splinters now.
Well,
but that's better.
Yeah, so in one deft move, you are able to sort of disarm the spear, and it's sort of like her momentum is suddenly cut off. Like she was swinging like a big stick, but now she's sort of swinging like a lot of weight is suddenly gone. So she sort of like and just spins around and sort of just falls onto her back.
Awesome. Gowan jumps on her.
All right, and she lies there, breathing hard. And you notice her eyes are frenzied, but now they're suddenly blinded by pain. And she sort of winces as you get on top of her, and she begins to breathe fast, and she barks up at you. Do it. Get it over with. Better you than the fucks.
Gowan pats her in the face, and he's like, easy.
Does Ellie hear this?
Yes. She tries to bite your hand, but like she's like
Wait. You said fox? Is that what was chasing you? Is that what got you in the hut back there?
Her nostrils flare, and she says, "Don't taunt me. I can smell him on you. You wear
I'm
it.
not taunting you. You smell him because of my
Belong to him.
cloak.
You wear the fur."
Because we scared him off. We would have killed him if we had the chance. Now you have to tell me, where is he? We need to know if he's threat to Tapper's Point.
And you're gonna have to make some sort of check to calm her down at this point. Or
I have Persuader.
Oh no. Here we go.
I do too, I think.
Who wants to do this?
Hold on, let me look what my Persuader is. If my computer would frickin' stop being slow.
By the way, Pepperjack and
I have
Idra,
two.
you guys are injured.
Ouch.
Oh no.
Well, I have a Persuader of 2.
Okay. I have Persuader 5.
Alright, then you can talk to her, and I can help you with my Persuader.
I'll help you with healer, actually.
Ooh.
Gibbs.
I'll try and
Wait, can you help with healer?
I'll say yeah. It's
Okay.
I mean, if he heals her, it would be.
Pepperjack's just gonna walk up and be like, "Hey, it's all right," and he'll kind of like grab let me see what he's got in his
snacks.
in his little. No, he has
I have snacks.
Actually, he's just gonna use his own like backpack and try and apply pressure to a wound to try to stop the bleeding.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay.
It's like he really doesn't have much. He's just like and he just like takes his backpack off. And he's like, I'm just gonna put a little pressure. I have to stop this bleeding, and so help like that.
Wait. You know what I can do is since she's a weaver, she can make something to put over that, so
Like a
it's
bandage?
not, like a bandage.
I like that. Let's do
So it's
that.
not just-
Yeah.
So it's not just like his backpack that's been like going through all the dirt and stuff, and it could possibly cause an infection. It has something there.
No. Okay. So,
Also, Vader comments on the chat. He says, "Oh dang, Pepperjack lost his arm again."
I swear to God. I swear to freaking God. No. No.
Damn.
Ellie would sacrifice her own arm before that happens. Hell no.
I mean, it seems to be the joke of the campaign. Oops, you failed that test. Sorry.
You do realize that Ellie is very tired right now. and
my
very
arm is
thirsty?
gone again.
Oh my God, you never. Ellie would. Oh my God, she would flip her shit.
The obstacle was her nature, which is 5.
Awesome. Victory for Gowan.
Nice.
What do you guys
Holy
say?
crap.
So, seeing as how she's just sort of not super lucid right now because she's sort of in a panic and frenzied out. Gowan is just sort of like waving his hand in front of her to sort of like keep her attention on like one single moving thing, and be like, "Okay, it's okay, it's okay. We're here to help. Fox is not here anymore, or whatever. You know these guys. They're your friends, right? They're friends." And he like gestures at them.
Pepperjack's like, stand still. You
Yeah.
remember we took this fur as a trophy. That's how I lost my arm. Do you remember? And I'm just kind of like trying to like put pressure on the wound.
Right.
And surely you remember me helping with your house.
We're not here to hurt you. We want to help you.
And unfortunately,
Good game.
good game,
everybody.
Everybody did really
Everybody did a good job.
$20
What?
from Abby. Thank you, Abby.
Oh yeah, Abby.
Good game. Good game,
What are you
everybody.
doing? What are you doing?
Abby. She says,
Emma.
"Damn that fox! Damn that fox!" Oh my goodness. I was about to say, the mouse who I don't know has a good point. No. Her breathing begins to slow, and then she begins to grit her teeth, and begins to try to calm down. Her limbs sort of go lax, and she begins to... She actually, unfortunately, tries to roll over Gowan, so you'll have to hop off.
Okay.
Okay. But then she just tries to stand up, but she can't now. So,
Call her.
she sort of grunts. Yeah, it's you. You smelled. You were wearing. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's
Figured
It's
okay.
alright.
Can you remember where the fox was headed? We need to know if it's gonna be heading to Tapper's Point.
The burrow. That's where it stays. It wasn't the fox. It was its mice.
The mice that follow it, the ones with feathers in their heads, like you have.
Ooh, the plot thickens.
We've only run into them once before, but they're not very nice.
They almost killed me. They had me.
We can tell.
She tries to stand up again, this time with a little success, but clearly she is injured, but determined.
Ellie is gonna go over and try to help her stand, and then she's gonna look at Pepperjack and she goes, "I know what you're gonna say is, but I really feel like we should take her back to Tapper's Point so she can get better. Maybe this will prove to guard Captain Arabelle that she's not as bad as they think she is, and that there's a worse threat out here."
To believe you're right on that, on the threat part. I have no idea what the people will do, though.
This could help what you guys were trying to tell Captain Arabelle earlier. If people get to know her better while they're helping her heal, they won't be as afraid of her.
And they can't really be afraid of her if she's too injured to
lost.
really do anything.
Well, now it's most of us that have been injured. Yeah. I go, you okay, Ira?
I'll live. Well, I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Alright.
And yeah, guess what? It's the player's turn.
Hang on one sec. Gowan would like to ask Drugda if she is taken back to Tapper's Point so the mice can like trade her. Does she promise to play nice?
She says,
The fact that he hesitated.
I
He
know.
couldn't even keep a straight face.
Right? He could not. It's like me with Blaze.
We love you for.
I love you guys. She says, I don't think I could play right now, considering.
I mean, that's good enough for me.
But once you get healed, she
Hopefully,
kind of like leaves that question open-ended.
I go, well, hopefully the people will see, what we see, Drugda, an ally and a friend. Just, you gotta trust us. We're trying to help you.
Our captain doesn't think that, you're an ally, but we do, and we're trying to prove her wrong.
I want to prove
question.
everybody wrong about you.
4 question.
Yeah.
Are we still rolling off of that success, or is this separate?
What do you mean?
Like does the fact that we succeeded the persuader roll a little bit ago means we can just tell her to be nice to people?
Basically. Well, when you put it that way, yeah, sure.
Well, so what I'm trying to accomplish here is because they keep saying it's like, oh, we see that you're an ally and a friend, but like Gowan doesn't know anything about Drugda, so he just wants to make sure that she will be like cordial and maybe actually try to get. He actually tells her straight up at some point in time during this conversation that, look, like a lot of the locals at Tapper's Point are kind of afraid of you. This is and some people kind of don't want you around. So this might be a good way to show that, like, hey, you're good, you're fine.
Yeah, our captain is not. She's not a big fan of you, only because the fact that the townspeople aren't. We tried to prove her wrong.
It's a
but
good opportunity to win everyone over.
She sort of rolls her eyes and says, I've lived my life like this. I make things fear me because it helps me survive.
Well, this time you need the
I was
little
gonna
things to help
say.
you live.
You might need some help this time.
Those wounds are really bad.
You may be all tough and whatnot, but that doesn't mean that everyone doesn't need help every once in a while.
You just have to promise not to make this a habit. Weasels are not to be trusted. I've married enough of them to know.
Married?
Don't.
Did
It's
I-
a
did I-
long
did I
story.
understand that right?
Don't get him started.
That's hilarious.
And yeah, player's turn. You guys figure out what you're gonna do first. Each of you has 1 check plus 2 more, thanks to Idra and Pepperjack. So go ahead and get that started. Just figure out who's gonna go first and what you're gonna do. Immediately when Drugda gets there, if you guys take her there, there's gonna be an orator test. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Be right back.
I think that you two should use it to get rid of your injured.
Does anyone have order?
No, Pepperjack does.
Uh-oh.
What's your order?
I do not have an order.
No, I was asking Pepperjack.
No, 0.
Oh, I thought you said you had it.
No,
He
I
said
don't
he
have
did
it.
Oh.
Does
have it?
Idra have?
Good. Instead, we use Deceiver or Persuader.
I mean, I have Persuader, but it's only a 2.
Yeah, order is specific to like talking to crowds and like lots of
Yeah,
people.
this is gonna be the whole crowd
Oh boy.
coming. So
Maybe we can persuade the crowd to let her in.
maybe we'll persuade one or two, but the whole
I only have two.
crowd. Yeah, it's gonna be tricky, but I'll still try. Just learn orator on the spot.
What if we like kind of had one person stay with her outside the camp and then tell Arabelle that she's here and then have Arabelle come and see for herself? Rather than talking to the whole crowd.
It's the people that we need to win over.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Arabelle's gonna do whatever the people say.
Well,
If
what
the people say she's okay,
Yeah.
Arabelle is gonna have to
if
deal with that.
Yes.
what if we just went to like the people who have the most power in the towns?
Well, I don't think they have.
Even though each town has like, there's always some people who have like social standards that are higher, and everybody listens to them.
People like Quincy, right? Like the townspeople like Quincy.
Oh God.
No.
Quincy is all I have to say.
That was the reaction I was hoping to get.
But if we were to find those people and persuade them individually and get them to talk to the people.
I was actually thinking about that earlier, is going like person by person and rolling persuader like individually.
No, I think it shouldn't be a lot of people, just
like influencers.
like 2 people.
Right. Oh man.
That is a good point.
Yeah, 6 dice rolls to do what this is. So,
Well, you two should use 2 of those dice rolls to get rid of your injured.
And I can help.
Yeah, I guess
How
I could
can you
go
help?
see see our resident doctor.
Dilly.
We need a noodle up in the house.
what basically is going to happen, we're going to have, let's see, we're going to have a healer try to heal you guys. There's a clinic there, so they get helping dice. Actually, yeah, what is Tilly's healer? Because she should be the standard.
Isn't it 5?
I mean, damn. No, it's 4. No, it's 4. But somebody was helping, right?
I'm helping.
Okay, so this is for the this
I
is
don't think
for
I have
Pepperjack. She succeeds. Or they succeed.
Man, coming through for her mentor.
This healer. Gibbs, you're still having internet trouble, right?
Do you mind if I quickly like leave and come back?
Yeah, go ahead and do that. I think your camera should hopefully be able to get back into place. Even better, dang. Okay.
Question. Does patrol leader Quincy have order? Like a very high one.
He does.
What if we persuade
No.
Quincy? What if we
Oh, good
persuade Quincy
God.
to talk to people?
I mean, you tell me.
I haven't met Quincy. I just.
You don't want to meet Quincy is a better thing.
Oh, I think it would be a lovely time.
Well, okay, maybe for this instance because we don't really have any other choices, but trust me, if you spend any time with me and Ida, you would know that Quincy is not to be trusted.
Has Ida met Quincy?
No, you haven't actually.
I've just heard from what Pepperjack, Ellie,
and a
Billy.
few other people, I think. You talked to, the townspeople, I think.
yeah, that's my impression of him.
You're also no longer injured.
Awesome.
Yeah, both of you guys are healed.
Yeah, both of you guys are healed.
Woo.
Tilly to the rescue once again.
Again, what do you guys want to do first? Yeah, this
I might
is a
use
plan
one
that
to
you
heal
can
my
do.
tiredness. I might use one to heal my tiredness.
Go ahead and roll your health.
Okay, give me a sec.
Are you the one who's been tired since like the beginning of the game?
Yes!
Oh, no.
I'm always tired because
Always
like,
tired.
I always get that condition because Ellie is the kind of mouse that just like goes for stuff and like doesn't really think it through and then she ends up getting tired. But it works because she's a scientist, so she's like always up late doing experiments and shit. So
Good.
if she can deal with it, she just becomes a little bit feisty.
Alright, so whenever you're ready with that, health to road. I think it's obstacle 2.
Oh my god.
Let me double check.
It's wrong. I gotta redo it. I forgot the slash.
Obstacle 3, health test.
There we go.
Is there anything, any way we can help?
Nope.
Like,
I have a 5 health, so.
can we club her on the back of the neck and knock her out for a bit? I roll higher.
I did.
Well, thankfully,
Barely.
there's no need.
Yeah. No! Bad Ellie!
With renewed energy, she
Knock her out.
she fights. No, this will not. No, she resists. She is fine.
She might actually be, like, sensible now that she's not tired. And might not fight with everybody.
There you go. So we have one check done. What do you guys do next?
Thinking. How many checks do we have left?
You have 5.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys are stoked.
Wait, I thought we had 4 because I thought that their health check and then my tiredness.
Oh wait,
would
no, you
count
have
as
4 left.
equal.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, you have 3 left
3, why 3?
because there
We
were
only
2.
did.
There were two healer checks. Yeah, each of you spent a check for healing.
Oh, so so both
counted
of those
twice.
counted as. Okay.
So you have 3 left.
The only thing I've got as far as Druida goes is to talk to Quincy.
I mean, you're a persuader. Listen, I can go with you.
If somebody has
I
any
can
better
help with
idea-
Persuader too.
Listen, I can go with you, and I can help you with Manipulator.
And I have
try
Persuader
to
as
spin
well.
this with with you.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody has any better ideas that might work.
And you know what? You know what? He might respond to you better since you're a new mouse on the scene. So
Yeah.
you're a new set of eyes coming in from the outside.
Okay.
As much as I hate to say it, I think Quincy is our best option here.
So if we're heading up there, Gowan just sort of like turns to you guys. It's like, okay, so like, how do I haven't met Gart, patrol leader Quincy. What's he like? How do I sure that he will
well,
listen to me?
He really enjoys feeling powerful. I can put it that way.
He embraces it.
He really
That's so
embraces
good.
it, and he likes it when you kiss his ass.
Yeah, he really shouldn't, but he does. And it's really amazing how much he gets away with it, too. It really irks me.
Oh, he sounds like a real piece of work.
But I mean, he has sent us on some missions that it has helped Tapper's Point eventually.
Okay.
But at the same time, pros and cons. Just so you know.
Sure. Oh boy. Okay, I guess we're gonna go talk to Quincy.
Do you?
All right then.
Okay, now I would just want to do that. When you say
Muted.
pros and
Thor,
cons,
try again.
oh,
Or you.
I'm muted on you guys. I'm not muted on stream. When you say pros and cons, I like to think you go, the pros and
Yes.
Oh
with your arm.
Huh.
Yeah.
A little oil. It's from the injured. It's still a little.
Like the Tin Man.
Oh.
He's like half Borg.
If only, but if Borg were wood, they're just a big
Oh, no, I
wooden
thought we
block
fitted it.
No,
No, I
one
thought-
with a
block.
bee on it.
Hey, I thought we fitted it with armor though. I thought
Yeah,
that's-
but still, there's wooden parts there to sort of like steady everything. I
Yeah.
believe. We're going to go up to Quincy's office, yes?
Yep.
That's the plan.
You,
God.
the door is
Dreading it.
slightly ajar. What do you do?
Why is the door ajar? Does it have water in it?
I like this guy already.
Get out. Get
I'm
out
liking
of this.
the puns,
Get out of
man.
this place. outta here.
There's the door.
Oh, stay. I like it. It's funny.
I'm okay with this.
Well, Gibbs said you could stay, so...
I approve. The Parabatais approve.
You hear, a soft...
Oh boy.
Oh God, this can't be good.
No,
Go
giggling.
to the door and knock.
She kind of like, she doesn't like necessarily shove him forward, but she kind of like puts a hand on his back. She kind of goes, "Well, good luck."
The door...
I thought they were helping.
We are. We're getting you
I'm
started.
helping.
We are.
I'm
But
gonna open the door for you and I point it.
yeah.
Just give me a friendly shove. You can go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll help you. Good luck.
We'll help you in the door.
He is sitting at his desk, and he bolts up from... He was sort of just like this, and then he sort of bolts up, and he goes, "Hey there! Gracious! Oh, you should have knocked. Hi, how are you guys? Oh my goodness, you're new. You're new too.
Yes, hello.
Hello. Oh, well, I'm Patrol Leader Quincy. Yes, I know.
Oh, awesome. I've heard so much about you. He comes to like shakes his hand vigorously.
Yes.
They told me how much you've done for this town.
And I kind of give him a thumbs up from the back.
Yeah, Ellie does the same thing.
Ada kind of steps a little bit farther up, kind of just like as support for him.
You take his paw, and it is, it's covered in, tears.
Oh,
you see his...
Yeah, one drinks them.
Did you see that the edges of his eyes, the fur there is sort of dark and damp, but he quickly wiped it away really swiftly, and he sort of gives you a nod and says, "Well, it's nice to see the new mice keep stopping back in. I'm just so used to it. It's gonna be one thing I miss about being the patrol leader here."
No. Are you okay? Is everything all right?
Oh, I'm just... It's a big time for me. For one, my favorite soft guards mouse, unfortunately, has been sent back to Lockhaven.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
No.
it's very sad. It's very sad to see honorable, brave mouse like that being dragged back into that cold citadel.
Out of character, is he talking about what's his name?
Cedric.
The one you call soft boy. Cedric.
Oh, he sent Cedric home. Oh.
And not only that, I have to now put priorities ahead. Tapper's Point has a good future, but we need the right mouse to do it. Which I'm sorry if you just got here. I'm sure you don't want to get involved in the intense politics of things.
Oh no, it's fine. You clearly have a lot going on. You seem like a very busy fellow. But it also looks like you have things, nailed down well.
Well, considering this used to be wild country, I'd say yes. We have things nailed down.
Good. So, I am Patrol Guard Gowan. I'm a recent addition to the ranks of Tapper's Point. Out of character, that face, though. Holy crap.
Thank you.
That's Quincy's face. He always makes that face. That's a thing with Quincy. He always makes that face.
and by we mean like the group here present, we just got sent out on a little bit of a mission from the captain Arabelle. Yes, and we. Abigator's asking what color Gowan's cloak is. It is bright orange. We have a bit of a problem, and they suggested that there was one person who could absolutely help and resolve this conundrum, and that person happens to be you, sir.
Pepperjack kind of like lifts his arm, like.
The squeaky noise.
He sort of shrugs, and he says, hoping to do more than just help the guards mice, but I suppose it's a start. Captain Arabelle's gonna have her hands full, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We'll take this as my lasting, my possibly last gift to all of you as your leader.
Right, so Gowan capitalizes on what he just said, and he's like, oh, well, this is actually more than just helping the guard. We think this could be a really great opportunity for Tapper's Point.
For the people of Tapper's Point.
For the people of Tapper's Point. See, we were sent to have some words with the weasel Drugda, who has been living in the area, and she has been wounded, to put it mildly.
Oh dear! Did she? I've been telling her she needs to move closer. There are a lot of briar patches out there. Let's see. Yeah.
No, she was attacked by mice that follow the fox.
Oh dear!
She was attacked by a fox.
It wasn't a tussle with the Mother Twins, right? It was legit the fox mice.
It was the fox mice. Like Ellie steps forward and she goes, "There was the fox mice, the ones that wear the feathers in their heads."
Okay. She's alive though, yes.
Yes, but she
Barely.
is very. And we were hoping that maybe Tapper's Point could offer her some medical services, and that would allow her to maybe spend some time around the locals and show that she's not a scary, beast out in the wild hunting for mice, but can actually be a powerful ally.
Not
And
only
a
that,
big
but
defender of Tapper's Point.
yeah,
Yes.
and not only that, but there's bigger things out there that are much bigger and much more terrifying and much more of a threat to Tapper's Point than she is and will ever be.
Like that fox. If we're gonna stand a chance against that fox, we're probably gonna need her help.
We're gonna need every ally we can get.
Unfortunately, Captain Arabelle also told us that the local mice don't seem especially fond of her, so we were hoping that you, as the prospective administrator of this town, might be interested in taking some initiatives and encouraging the tearing down of the walls with the citizens so that they can come together as friends.
I would like you to roll Persuader.
That would have been so much more funnier if you had said that with a straight face. I'm just putting that out there.
I honestly tried, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I could tell you were struggling the whole time. I was like, oh god, please pull through. It'll be so much fun.
You're getting 3 helping dice, right? All of you are helping? What does Idra
Yes.
say? Because I think you're the last one.
Ida was gonna kind of help persuade, saying, you are a leader to these people. Like, they look up to you, they listen to you. Stop making me laugh! Stop making me
I'm
laugh!
sorry, it's Quincy. Please continue.
That's why I would not. Like,
Yes.
I'm saying this because he has a giant ego and it feeds it.
Please, give it to me. More.
Do it. Do
God
it.
damn it, hang on.
Now she can't stop.
You made me laugh too hard.
I
It's
would.
okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
These people look up to you, they listen to you, we need your help in getting these people to open up and accept that not all predators are predators. They're friends too. I'm sorry.
You could do this. You could do this. You could do this.
By you talking to them, it shows that, you know, it won't only just like help us get her help, it would also might help you in some way. I've heard you're running for mayor.
Well,
By showing that, you know, by helping us and showing these people that this weasel is not a threat, it will get them to trust you more, and we'll be able to help you with your campaign.
This would totally make you an inspiration to most people if you would step up like this. I know you would change my view. I know we haven't always seen eye to eye on certain things, but I don't believe Guard Captain Arabelle is in the right facet right now and not looking at this completely from all the angles. We've made a really good ally, and I think it's going to take someone with your talent to make sure we can solidify that ally.
that's right.
Make the people, if there's anyone who can make the people see that, who has the people's ear, I mean, it's you. I have to admit it.
Well, I'm glad that we can come together on this subject, and it's just a perfect way to end this chapter of my life and to start the new one. Arm in arm with all of you.
Yeah, and I just kind of.
Yeah. Please roll.
A question. So I have 3 helping dice, right? 1 for each of them.
Yep.
Now, can I use either bold or quick-witted here to help myself? I say quick-witted because like I'm like improvising hardcore and just pulling everything I can out of my
I was gonna say bold because the fact that you're choosing to talk this way to
Just fucking met you.
right.
Yeah, he just
You
You
fucking
literally
met.
walked in and this is what
Just
you're
met
saying to
him.
him. And he has never known you in his entire life, and this is the impression you're making on him. So
this is gonna
just
backfire.
FYI. Oh, by the way, hi.
Right.
Can you help us? Like, wait.
So
I will
it's
roll.
actually, no, it is obstacle 5 because he has, I just looked it up, and he's going to have a will of 5. Okay, I have a twist.
I have a 6,
Yeah, explode it.
but how does
how does what? You only have 1 fate point, by the way, because you just started.
okay.
Don't we have community though?
It's true. Do you want to use a community one? What else are you going to do? Tell me. Because I have the perfect twist.
There's like a thing like somebody did earlier to re-roll the dice, right, or something.
Only if you have a wise that is appropriate to the situation.
I have dirty tricks wise.
Nice. Nice. Yeah.
Yes. It's just like the labor trait.
Oh, a dirty trick.
The look up for his face. He's so mad right now.
Force face is amazing. I can see the
Someone
scene.
please clip this for the love of God. Oh my God, that's great.
I'm doing it.
I also have alliance wise. So it could.
Oh, both!
Oh my god, he just double teamed him! I was not impressed.
Work. What do I do? What do I have to do?
You have to spend a fate or persona point in order to re-roll. Fate point is 1 dice that has failed, and persona point is all the dice that failed.
Ooh.
Okay, I will. So persona to roll all the dice, right?
But you have to specify which
Yeah,
one.
all dice
you are.
that
You
fail.
have to specify which one you are using.
So that's what?
I
1,
will.
2,
I will
3,
use the
4.
persona point to roll all the dice that failed. So
Six.
That's 6. It's 6.
4, 5, 6. Okay. So /R 6d6 for 6 successes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
9 successes.
And yeah, and he had a 6-2
This
and
is
he
one-
exploded.
Massive stroking of Quincy's ego.
Dude, you're literally you are like caressing his ego right now.
This is
You are
like the
nursing
ultimate belly rub. Like,
Okay.
you are nursing this ego baby is what you are doing.
Gowan is like avoiding making physical contact. That's very deliberately avoiding making physical contact.
might be hard to avoid after that persuasion.
Right? But really though. Thor is so unimpressed right now and it's great.
He might come after you like Pepe Le Pew after this.
You-
I'm just
yeah.
Well,
It's on. Oh, it's on now. Just so you know.
You roll
I gotta
good.
know though. I gotta
Gibbs,
know.
did you
What-
split aside? Is that what happened?
The twist would have been he reveals a hidden truth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Wait, what?
That sounds like it would have been better.
It would have.
No, wait.
But
You cut out on my end. What did you say?
He would have revealed a hidden truth, whatever that means.
God damn it!
that would have been detrimental. That would have been detrimental. So
So I guess that's a good thing then.
it's a good. This is a good thing.
Look at our new boy coming in.
Here
Anime hero.
he nods and sort of dramatically wipes one of his eyes and says, "We have to accept our place here at Tapper's Point. We're on the edge of the territories. We are that line in the sand. And we're gonna survive what comes next. We're gonna have to make as many allies as we can. We can't just stand alone. If the fox can make friends with its prey, then we can make friends with our predators. It's about time that Arabelle, and the rest of these no doubt terrified mice, learn this. As long as I'm here, we can get through this." And he leaves the office.
He just bolts out of the office.
Yes, he just leaves.
As soon as he's out of the room,
Ah, Felicia.
Gowan sways and like leans on the desk and looks a little pukey.
As soon as he leaves, Pepperjack just goes, "Whoa! I can't believe that worked."
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god. I honestly didn't think you would pull it off.
Wow, good job! And I kind of like tap him on the shoulder.
Gowan has like his hand over his eyes, and he's like, "Ugh." "Oh god, he's just
oh
like
boy.
Dad, I hate him."
Are you okay?
I know how it is. It's you always have that with him. It's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
trust me, even I was fighting it the
You'll
whole
get
time.
used to that aura of repulsion.
He comes back. He comes back.
Oh, God.
He comes back, and he sees all this,
Oh,
and he heard all of
hi.
it,
Oh.
and he says,
Wait, he heard it?
"Yes. He comes back and he
You
sees it.
cannot. No.
and he says-
no.
he says- He forgot his cloak, so he sort of reaches up to the coat rack and he picks it off and he swings it over, and he goes, "It's no worries. I know what it's like. I was in your shoes one day. That was a very brave thing you did, talking to a patrol leader like that, especially one like myself."
Why do I not believe this for like a second?
Your nerves.
Why did he hear it?
He just heard you're getting pukey.
Oh,
I'm
You
gonna
can't do that,
specify.
Floor. That's
He just heard you
9
getting pukey.
successes. You cannot do
That's-
that.
that's
is
what
not
I-
okay.
So he just heard me being cute. He didn't hear me like
Yeah.
trash talking him.
No. But he came back and he was like, "Oh
I
no,
just-
it's just your nerves. You did good."
Yeah, I'll try to like manipulate. Like,
I was
sway
about
him
to
away
say,
from
no,
my
with
thing.
those 9 successes.
I go. Listen, it's
Mm-mm.
sometimes just in your presence, Quincy. I mean, not everybody, you have that effect on people.
Ellie's gonna like nudge him like in the side with her elbow, and she's
Like-
gonna be like,
like-
"Shut up!
Maybe like kind of like Cedric. I'm just saying.
Shut up!"
It's okay. It's okay.
That's actually going to be a problem when I become mayor, because how am I going to inspire these people, have them come to me with their problems, like you all just did?
Well, I think it was just him. I mean, he just saw
Because
like,
of the
met a
rigid-
weasel, and
It's
it's been a long day for him.
Yeah, he's new, so
Yeah, and just sort of.
I mean, sometimes it can be too much inspiration for him. I mean, it's okay.
well. Again, thank you. I'm very proud of all of you. Welcome to Tapper's Point. Sort of gestures to Idra and Gowan and leaves once more this time.
and Ellie
I
kind
kinda
of
like
just like
joined
rubs her
Ellie.
temples, and she goes, "That time, it wasn't the pukey feeling; it was just a headache."
Ada was like,
Okay.
I don't want to be here anymore.
I go here.
I don't want to exist in this plane
I
anymore.
go here. Let's go to Mikhail's place. I think he could probably use a good meal and a drink.
Yeah, I think we could all use a good meal at this point.
I know I'm really hungry.
A meal.
You're always hungry.
Well,
Meal sounds great. We still have how many checks
as
for? Okay.
So here's what I'm gonna do. So we have first here's the paper.
Who?
Quincy won.
Wait, who?
I guess his political opponent.
Arabelle?
Aurel. Oh,
Who is Aurel?
wait, you said Aurelia.
Who is Aurelia? Can you put her name in the chat?
Wait, you rolled 3 orders for 3 different people?
Yes.
So Aurelia won, right? Oh, you're muted apparently on stream.
Yeah, I have to keep hitting the stream audio because it's different than the Zoom audio for Gowan's player. So here, Aurelia Salkwalker is one of the residents in Tapper's Point, one of the original mice who lived in it when it was an outpost. So here's what's happening basically. You see, as you guys are going down, you see.
You're saying you're muted for.
I'm not muted.
Oh. Okay, continue.
Okay, I'm not muted. I am muted. Wait.
Oh,
There might she might be watching.
She might
the
be
stream with a
behind.
little
Okay,
lag.
so
I
here's
think
here's what
she's
happens. Quincy goes down and he sort of starts calling out to people, saying like, "Everyone, we have to get together, and there's an announcement we have to make. It's very important, and I hope you remember these words as we begin the next town meeting. If you have been here long enough, you're probably concerned, and if you're actually there at last night's meeting, you're probably concerned about the weasel predicament. I'd just like to remind you that we are in what used to be Wild Country. And the Wild Country is full of just the nastiest critters you can imagine. And if not for the Mouse Guard, we would not have gotten to this point in our development, in this new history that we are carving out of this town. We have to leave our old paranoias behind. This is a different time for mice. We should be one of the progenitors of this relationship between mice and other animals. That's sort of what we're good at. We're good at getting out of tight situations with our knowledge and all the other brave things that we are capable of. So we, unfortunately, will have to put aside these discomforts. Because a weasel is a fierce ally, and this one has never done us wrong. And Aurelia Silkwalker, this tall, thin mouse, steps forward from the crowd and, frowning with her arms crossed, says, "Against you all. I know this Drupta. I've heard of her. And if I had ever met her before these guards mice intervened in our lives, I probably would have been a midday snack. She's a weasel. She eats mice. She delights in it. It seems everybody has forgotten that there was a history before you guards mice came. And I think it's about time somebody actually did something to stop you from ripping what we have out of our souls. We built this place from scratch. And just because of some clause in a contract, you guards mice can come in and tell us what to do and what to accept. And he sort of clears the air by saying, things have changed. You are no longer just a tiny outpost. We have to accept the fact of things that this town is becoming something else. There are other mice here. There are families who want to make something out of their lives here. So I think it's really their say. But I respect that opinion. And I'm promising you right now, Aurelia, I'll be the first to deal with any of these threats. I'm trained for it. I'm qualified. I have a level head. She's coming in, and she's gonna get the best attention and care that we can grant. And, suddenly, the door to Arabelle's office swings open, and she strides out, her white cloak flapping behind her as she leans over the railing of this assembled crowd of towns mice and guards mice alike.
So I'm gonna kill her.
And she says in a loud, clear voice, "Where is the weasel right now?"
I mean, we brought her with us, right?
She sort of waits for an answer. Where do you guys keep Drupta in the meantime?
Figured she's.
Or did you just straight up
take?
take her to the healer place?
I figured we kind of put her down as close to Dapper's Point as possible at this point.
Okay, so you didn't bring
Yeah,
her
we
in,
would have
right?
made sure. I mean, Ellie probably would have made sure that she had, like, with her survival, she would have made sure she had ample food and water and a good shelter. Kind of close. Maybe, like, within eye shot of Blaze and the other girl, I can't remember her name. But, like, not close enough to where they feel like she's the threat.
Okay, she is waiting for an answer.
Is she asking us, or, like...
Yes, but she is sort of asking out loud.
Gowan...
She is not within the city walls, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, Gowan like, waves at her. I just waved at the camera, even though you can't see me.
She's close, but she's not within the city walls. She's too injured to even, like, regard any attack on us whatsoever, even if she would want to warrant an attack, which she wouldn't.
Gowan just sort of like points, it's like what she said.
Peter steps forward. She's like, we wanted to make sure that the town's people felt safe before we brought her in.
Felt safe. You say she was attacked?
Yes, by the fox mice, these mice with feathers in their fur that worship this fox creature that I'm sure that the entire townspeople have heard about.
I'm sure
It's
they've
very
heard rumors about it.
The very same one that took Pepper Jack's arm.
The same fox whose fur I wear around my cloak. I kind of look at everybody.
Mine too.
She is currently no threat whatsoever, and is in dire need of medical assistance.
Well, I think what everybody's missing, and what is rather shameful, to be honest, is that all of you are wasting your time with this little incident. This is a greater threat. They were on our doorstep. This weasel lives very close. That means they're able to get across the scent border, and that means Tapper's Point is not safe. I'd advise every single one of you who has families, who hopes for a future, a bright one, in this town, that I have you need to focus. Your diplomacy is now on the war front. Consider that when you go to your town meetings. Else the guards mice is powerless to save you. She turns around and goes into her office after that.
Okay, out of character question, does Arabelle ever go to any of the town meetings?
No. But she always receives the minutes.
So, before she goes inside, Ellie's gonna step forward. She's gonna go, with all due respect, Captain, I feel like you would know all this if you would actually attend some of these meetings.
She halts and then turns back and sort of looks down on you from the third floor and says, Captain, that's right. I'm your captain. I fill my time with ensuring that this place is well defended, that we know what's happening within our borders.
Again, with all due respect, then you wouldn't be so afraid of some fox coming over to our borders. You would be confident that we could, help and protect ourselves.
This sounds like a check. Do you want to go against Arabelle herself, or do you want to try to orate to the crowd?
I have an out-of-character question.
Yes.
What was Arabelle's point exactly? Because she didn't really say that they couldn't bring the weasel.
No,
Yeah.
she didn't say that. She kind of said, listen, you guys need to stop worrying about, all these little details. We have to focus on the fact that there's enemies out there, and you need the guards mice here to do it. So you're going to pass legislation that is going to make our job the easiest ever.
Okay, so then we can bring the weasel.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I wanted.
I want to make a check to the people.
Okay. That's going to be
What's-
orator.
Oh, I don't have a
That's why I
check.
said if it was
Can
against
I do
Arabelle.
Persuader?
Against Arabelle? Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want to persuade her with?
You can still do orator. It's just
I don't have any. I don't have
learn
Orator.
it on the
Please.
spot.
Yeah, you would be doing beginner's luck with orator, which would be half your will.
What is I gotta wait for my stupid thing to come up with my will.
Peter was gonna say something to Arabelle as well, before Yami kind of.
Oh, my will is 3.
So it'd be 2.
Well, I do have a bunch of persona points though.
That's true. But Idra wanted to say something first.
Yeah, she flips forward. She's like, if you were a captain, you would know how to act like one. You would know that captains don't treat their guards like this. They don't treat them with disrespect. They know that to get respect, they have. They know to respect their guards because their guards respect them. You don't do that. And if you knew that, if you were so worried about the weasel, you would have gone yourself to see that the weasel is she's not a danger. She is the strongest ally we have right now. You would know that we are doing the best we can, and you still need to respect us. That is guard's honor. And you would know that as a captain.
Okay.
Just say that, like, all
Oh,
throughout,
my girl pulling through.
throughout all of this, like, Gowan isn't saying anything, but he's, like, smiling. And just sort of,
Pepperjack stands next to Ira and just kind of like pushes that, kind of giving Ellie some helping dice. By saying, some of us are willing to give our lives for Tapper's Point instead of sitting behind a desk. Some of us willing to give more than others. And I kind of like raise my arm.
I think that you should probably go back and learn how to be a guard's mouse before you become a captain.
Gowan smiles more.
I'm sorry, my thing is like, I'm sitting here saying all this, and I'm in a onesie, and I'm a penguin. It's just like in my head, like I'm sitting here being like brave, and I'm in a literally a child's onesie.
Okay. So now, is this Ellie's check or Idra's check?
This is my check.
Okay. So.
I'm taking the reins on this because Ellie's sick and tired of Elbril not doing shit.
Okay, so you're gonna be rolling half your will for this Oreo
Which is
check.
2.
Okay.
I'm spending 10 of my 12 personas.
She's
So we're
not
going
doing
12.
that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Here's what I rolled.
Come at me, bro.
I got 2
Come at me.
successes. I'm gonna spend 2 fate points. Or wait, no, 1 fate point to roll those 2 6s.
Ooh.
I only got 2 successes.
Okay, if my thing would freaking cooperate, it'd be lovely.
Do you want to use a trait?
Yeah, I'm gonna use. Oh god, what are my traits? If only it would scroll. I'm gonna use fearless.
This is certainly fearless.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll whenever you're ready.
If it will let me. So that's gonna be 13. Oh!
Wow.
What now?
We got it. A lot of one.
Okay, so how do you finish?
She goes, hold on, I'm trying to think of how to do this. Okay, so like she's kind of like looking up at Arabelle and she goes, I don't even think I should be calling you captain anymore because I don't think you fit that role. So, Arabelle. And she kind of just leaves it open-ended.
You're gonna get court-martialed.
She's willing to go. Like, she's so sick and tired, but she has the people as witnesses, so... Oh, I gotta fix my persona points. Hold on.
The only thing she is able to respond with is this chastising remark as she says, I pity you. You don't have any sense of who to trust anymore, it seems. You're driven to hate me. And yet, we all know who's responsible for your best friend's arm.
Yeah,
Oh.
you.
That's not what I've been hearing. She turns and goes back to her office.
Oh. Damn.
You are learning orator.
Yeah.
Write it down on your character sheet.
I will. Give me a second.
And make sure you put an X, which means you are learning it.
Yeah. If my thing, like I said, I would.
And this has sort of left the townspeople in a confused state.
Yeah. Which is good or neither good or bad.
It's a little weird.
Especially since this whole confrontation you just had was completely unnecessary.
Yeah. She don't even care. Should I mark that as a pass? Or?
Yeah, go ahead and mark a pass.
Okay. She don't care. She is.
Oh yeah, and I forgot. We do have $20 in helping dice that Abby gave us. I'm gonna say that's 4 persona points, just because.
Completely.
Wait, what's 4 persona
entirely
points?
unnecessary.
What about 4 persona points?
That was just like how many dice Abby Gator was able to donate for us.
Oh, was that to everybody or?
Yeah, it's the community dice pool. But
Oh, okay.
you used all yours, so.
I used no. I still have 2 left.
Oh, hey, lovely. Oh, for me?
Yeah, I made sure that I had some left just in case.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah. I used.
Oh,
yeah.
shit. Abigator wanted me to use it for Arabelle?
What?
Oh.
Abigator,
Abby, how
is that
could
true?
you?
Abby, is that true?
Bae, how dare you betray me?
Abby, if you want,
How dare you?
not specifically for her. Okay. Okay, just for
Oh, thank God.
me.
Okay.
Oh, God.
For me.
Do not scare me like that, woman. I swear to God. You know what heart attacks do to me.
Well,
Good
luckily you can recover from your heart attack because we have 1 check left. What do you guys do?
Y'all can have it. I'm good. I've done my part. Like. Well.
Who wants it? It's tasty.
Does anybody have anything they need to do?
Can we take,
Oh, we need to heal Drugda.
yeah, Drigda, can we take her to the medical?
That's right.
Yeah.
You can spend this check for the medicine person to roll dice on this.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Abigator, I'm gonna use your 4 persona points on this.
Shit.
Because this can actually hinder Drugda immensely. So here I go.
So is this Tilly?
Wait, so is someone rolling?
I don't know. I don't know if this is
healing, or-
Tilly or not. I'm kind of just assuming it could be anybody with healer. We'll see.
I don't have healer.
Have it be Tilly?
Yes, it can be Tilly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noodle's like, yes,
All right.
please, Noodle, we need you.
So here's what happened.
Noodle.
Injured E. Okay, so it would be obstacle 4 because this is a weasel, and not a mouse. But 4 successes will succeed at this task. Abigator, that actually probably saved Drugda's life. So, you guys, over the next few hours in this tense pine tree, the air in Tapper's Point is very oof. And for time, you get reports that Drugda is doing well. She's terribly wounded. They, took off a lot of the mattresses and just piled them into one big square for her. But after that, yeah, you guys are able to just sort of well, that was a weird day. Gowan, do you go to Meg's place?
Do I have anything to do at Meg's place right now? Okay, because Gowan would like to just sort of like once Drugda wakes up, give her some like nice comments. Because she agreed to take help from like us and let us bring her to like a place where she knew people weren't gonna be super comfortable having her, and so he's just like, "You're okay. You're doing good." I'm Gowan, by the way, and like he like pats her on the shoulder because he's a friendo.
She says, she's drugged
What
up.
even is? What even is that noise?
It's a high weasel, I guess.
And backtracking a little bit after the little unnecessary like showdown between.
Hey, it was totally necessary. Shut up.
It was
And
Put my
Ellie,
heart and soul
like,
into that.
once Arabelle leaves and everyone's just kind of standing there sort of stunned, Gowan just sort of like slow claps and
Yes. Yes.
and like walks away like smiling, and
Oh my god. Something happens after you clap and start to leave. There's this voice from outside that says, "What's going on in there?"
No, not the voice.
Is it a show? Somebody put on a performance?
the greatest of performances ever.
As if I didn't need another reason to die.
That's where we'll call our session.
I hate you so much for.
Wait, you said Meg was gonna find me?
I think so. I think the only thing I really wanted Meg to do was sort of come over and just like look at you and just shake his head and just say,
Hey, Quincy.
"What have we gotten ourselves into?"
I don't know. I don't know.
No, you know. You're the expert. You're the expert.
Yeah, I know, but look, just don't stress. Just take some time to wind down from the trip, and do some wood carvings for the locals. Get to know people. Gather some intel.
I need. My cheeks hurt
Oh, okay.
from laughing so hard.
And he takes that suggestion in stride,
Good.
and he just sort of shrugs and says, "Well, if you need anything, I don't know, just tell me."
Sure, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Is she gonna wake up and invite people? Just like, I know you said that she was okay, but
Yeah, Meg, she'll be fine. It's okay.
Okay.
Great.
She's just got really big teeth, and he walks away.
It's so awkward.
Oh, Meg. That was our game. Everybody, it's time for rewards. Oh my god. Alright.
I knew I was saving up those persona points for something.
So, if you played your belief, and if you played your instinct, you get a fate point for each. So, take note of that, if you will.
I think I did that, yeah.
Okay, so I didn't super get a chance to
I'm pretty
introduce
sure I did both of those.
beginning of the session. So this is temporary. What happened is I hadn't made my character sheet. I had to translate it from paper into Roll20. And clearly, I didn't know how to use Roll20 until I got into the game. So all of this is kind of temporary, but my belief is it's always worth giving people a chance, but if they don't take it, that's their problem.
That totally works.
That's a good belief.
You totally did that too.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
What do I get for that? Do we all get stuff for that? Okay, good. Continue.
And then we move on to persona points. If you accomplish your goal this session, you get a persona point. Did everybody accomplish their goal?
Yay!
Did.
Yep.
My Mine was find a compromise between the weasel and the townspeople.
Ooh.
I
Wait,
think there was a compromise. They sort of realized there's bigger stakes.
Bigger fish to fry.
So I think you did accomplish your goal.
You
But
did it, Yips.
after that, we have to decide who is the MVP and who is the workhorse.
That's a tough one.
I think
I think I'm gonna go for
I think
workhorse.
Pepperjack was the one who found the Durga, right? He was like making all of those rolls, I think.
Well, he
I
made
made
the
one.
scout check that
I
passed.
just made a scout.
Hmm.
But as far as pivotal like story points, I'd have to go for Ellie is MVP, and then Queen for
I think Wayne should be workhorse because of your talk with Quincy.
yeah, the top was it was funny, but it was huge.
It was great,
Yeah,
but it
that
was, yeah, it was
scene.
so true.
That's a good point, because otherwise we would not have gotten that scene.
No.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have gotten the most unnecessary battle of wits ever.
It was necessary. Stop saying it was unnecessary.
It was very necessary.
I will fight you on this.
And I will help.
Come on.
You do not want an angry penguin.
You do not want an angry you do not want to deal with the angry parapetize, let me tell you.
No, for the record, I fully, wholeheartedly approve of what Ellie did.
It was not unnecessary. It needed to happen. Because no, like ever since like we met her, there's just been something off about her, and it's like to the point where like she's not doing anything. Like she just sits at her desk. Like
She's very
I have not
angry.
seen Arabelle once out in the field. The amount of times I played mouse guard.
Mhm.
I'm gonna court-martial all of you.
You can court martial
No, no,
Ellie
no.
all you want.
I'm going
She deserves
to
it after that, but I mean, honestly, she doesn't even care at this point because it's true.
instead. I'm gonna see who gets the workhorse award.
She's a captain. Her job isn't to go out there, but you know, I'm just
Not necessarily.
I approve
Her
of
job is
everything
to
you
help.
did. It was just an interesting timing for it.
Her job is to be a leader, not to sit at her desk all day.
The leader does not just sit and give orders. They
They're out there on the
get,
field.
they get information. They talk with the guards' mouths. They don't just sit and do nothing.
Right.
They go and talk with the townspeople. They
Right.
do all this. They don't just sit and
Right.
do nothing.
No, I agree. It's just the confrontation that happened when it happened. Let's have a showdown right here in front of everybody.
It probably could have been a better time to do that.
Yeah, but
But like we were riled up, so
yeah. That's the kind of Ellie's thing. She kind of just speaks before she acts. That's why she has Ida, who kind of supposed to rein her in, but Ida's not here.
and
That's why
either
that
just
happened.
fires or fuels the fire.
Yeah.
In that case, I think. Do we want to give Ellie the workhorse award?
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I'm good with either
No.
Ellie or Idra.
You don't have to.
So yeah, I think it's okay if I
Wait.
like that. What?
Okay. Is that a persona?
Yeah,
Is that
that's
fate?
Persona, and
That's
Gowan gets the MVP for Persona as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I'm already up to 4 personas.
well, you're up to 5 now because everybody gets a Persona point because of this fantastic roleplay that emerged. My goodness, I'm
already
very
up to
pleased
5
with
again.
everyone. So,
Yay.
yay! That was
Wow,
Mouse
that was
Guard.
intense.
I hope everybody had a fun night. It had a few
Whew.
bumps, but luckily we were able to get past them. Thank you, Encounter RP, for attempting to raid. Oh man, let's go spread the love. Let's go to Unmade Game.
Yay! I wish I could, but my computer doesn't like me.
Oh, I know. But let's go ahead and give Unmade Game some love because they deserve it. So if you will join me, we will go in, do that /me, show them what the Possum Posse is made of, and that we adore everything that they do. Again, it's Curse of Strahd, which is a fantastic D&D
Oh, I
campaign.
wish I could watch
Yeah.
that.
And it's Halloween, so it's extra spooky for you. But
Extra spoopy.
I hope you guys have a splendid evening. Thank you to all my players, especially our newest one. Thank you for stopping in.
Yeah, it was fun.
But I'll see you guys later. I wish you the best of luck. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Are we clear yet?